Alright, let's spawn that Orokochi. Let's go! Whoa. Okay, I'm destroyed already. Alright, so what's next? All 5 beacons are turning red at the same time. Okay, Orokochi is locked. Let's take the ultimate Fenrir. Yes, that thing is tanky as hell. Nobody can kill it. Pum! Executed together with my entire team. Yeah, Warrobots is a great game. Yeah, somebody was hacking on the test server. I don't know why. Alright, let's play that full HP Eiffel. Let's okay. Well, I guess somebody had Fulgur and Tonans on the test server. That, of course, means I'm dead. I mean, it's Fulgur Tonans. What do you expect, right? Normal. Alright, ultimate Fenrir should be tanky, right? Right? Boots!
Nice.
Yeah. Because the Subduer is so well balanced on the test server, the new heavy version of Subduer. But anyways, let's start this video here. This video will be 3 things, okay? First off, we're gonna discuss all the nasty things that cheaters can apparently do in Warrobots. It's completely crazy, right? I mean, it seems like there's no limit to what cheaters can achieve when they code hacks or things and manipulate the game. Yeah, so that's one thing we're discussing. The next thing is I want to show you Bulava and Kisten in a really cool gameplay compilation as usual. Lots of action montage for you with this new Eiffel Titan and the maximum firepower we've ever seen with these type of weapons, alright? So that's one thing, and next, I also want to show you a trick that the Eiffel Titan has. Because it's actually a lot like Harpy and Siren in the way he starts and lands. More about this later, okay? So let's talk about this cheating business. You saw this guy, he was able to instantly kill every robot on the battlefield before we had even fully spawned in. Before he even had control over his own robot. Then, he would capture all beacons simultaneously on the battlefield and probably lock them so they can't be captured back. And he did that as soon as the game began. I've seen people moving around before the game actually begins. This could be something as well that he didn't use. Then he was able to have no-clip mode running, like back in the old days in Half-Life. We would type in no-clip into the console and we would go through walls in the single player, and that's why I'm calling it no-clip. It's like some kind of ghost mode where you have no collision with walls and you can go under the ground, where enemies can't even shoot you because their weapons will stop at the ground, right? And he can still hit you and shoot from the ground outside, or he can just use the Hellburner, which he did, and then he executed us with the Hellburner. The Hellburner doesn't even have the execute ability, right? So he can give himself abilities that this robot doesn't even have. And then he was obviously speed hacking, right? He had unlimited ability uses, probably unlimited health and shielding. So there is almost like no limit to what they can do. They can just cheat every possible thing. One of them is already enough to kill the game, but if they cheat all of them at the same time, it's just... And it's interesting, I recently had a talk with Adrian about this topic. I told him, to me, I see cheaters from time to time, but they don't impact my gameplay too much. If I meet a cheater every 8 or 15 matches, I can live with that, but I see 3 Newton Titans in the enemy team every single time I play, so that impacts me much more, you see? Or Orokochis being spammed by 2 or 3 players continuously. That I see every time, and it impacts me way more than the occasional cheater, and I still stand by that statement because there are not too many of them. But still, it's really crazy how much they can do, and I also don't know really why they're doing this, because is it fun? Why are they doing this? Let's talk about this towards the end of the video, why they're doing this. Let's go first back into the Eiffel Bulava Kisten topic, okay? Look here, this is the starting dash. You saw it? I activated dash and started to fly, and I get a mad accelerated leap forward as I ascend, similar to what an Harpy does, or Siren. And then you can do it again upon landing, because the dash is regenerated by that time. It's really cool. I'm not sure if Pixonic intended for this to happen, but you can do it, and this is really awesome. And again, I've seen in the comments plenty of people saying, wow, 5 weapons on the Titan, it's ridiculous, it's too powerful, and of course we're gonna do this at some point. I'm not surprised that they're doing this, because they have started with robots having more than 4 weapons. But this Titan, in my opinion, is not really overpowered, because it doesn't have any resistance or invincibilities or something. It gains 250,000 health when it starts to fly, but that's like nothing. That's 3 shots from a regular brawler setup. And it also, you know, you can't even access all your 5 weapons all the time. They're only active when you fly. So they're only active, similar to an Ao Ming, when you're high up in the air and everybody can shoot you. Only then do you have your full firepower. This is basically an upgraded version of an Ao Ming that has no healing ability as an healing ability, but it heals upon start. And it has a bit of a dash. And more firepower, yeah, and boosted damage also when it's flying. But it can be shot down so quickly and immediately. So I think this Titan is better dialed in than the Rook was, and it's better dialed in than the Newton is too, because there's no broken abilities such as the Joke that ruins your gameplay on the battlefield, right? So for me, definitely better release. Also, the Dagon robot was a much better release. Makes me hopeful that maybe from time to time, or maybe going forward, Pixonic will, you know, balance abilities a little better. I don't know, I'm just hoping, because I've seen the Dagon and this Eiffel Titan both being a little more aligned with the rest of the battlefield. I'm not saying that they're not overpowered. The Dagon clearly is, with its shield regen and such and its firepower, but it's not as broken as the Ohokochi for me. And yeah. Also, you saw here I lost a ridiculous amount of health as I started with the previous flight, because somebody again had that Subduer heavy weapon. This thing is completely broken right now on the test server. It showed up and it just breaks the game completely, but that's what the test server is for. I'm not going to be blaming Pixonic for having it too strong on a test server. If it comes in later, okay, to the live server, you know? That is what is going to be, what it's all about. That the live server version later is not as broken, okay? I have no doubt that the weapon will be super powerful on the live server later. But yeah, so here's this problem that we had on the test server. The Ophions would have will have shields that never break. See? This shield, somebody was shield breaking him, but I can't do it. So this guy has a shield that is unbreakable. But here comes my 500 IQ level move. Let's go up there, dash inside the shield, and boom, boom. There you go. That's how we do it in the Manni-Tan. Woo! Normally, I would not have a chance to deal any damage to him at all. He would just be invincible to me the entire time, and somebody else would have to shield break him for me. But thankfully, I found a solution. A very simple solution to the problem. A very effective one on top. Alright, so let's get out of here. Oop, back into safety. And yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy the fact that this Titan is... Yeah, it plays a little like a Harpy and Siren, and it does that really well. See here my forward dash? I got, at least 100 meters, maybe 150 meters forward starting dash. And then I can do the same with a landing backwards if I want to. See? This is exactly like Harpy and Siren, but only if you manage to combine these two abilities like that. If you time it well and use it like that. Ah, cappuccino here. Sometimes I need it in the morning. For me, it's 2 p.m. So early in the morning, man. Oh, man. No, I've been up late yesterday. Okay, so enemy Eiffel Titan spawned in and he's already destroyed because it's not a Rook. And it's not another, I don't know, Luchador. A Luchador is not really that overpowered now, but the Luchador was when he appeared on the test servers for the first time. It was also almost impossible to kill it. And this Titan here, it spawns in, you can instantly kill it. It's like a, I don't know, like a Kid Titan in that regard. It can fly up and it can shoot you for a second really strongly, but you can just kill it. Alright, next situation here. Look at that starting dash. That was like 200 meters. It seems like I've done it better this time, right? It's like a little delicate timing thing. If you do it perfectly, you get around a 200 meters forward dash. Then you can dash 300 meters backwards on your landing if you want. And if you don't do it perfectly, sometimes you only get 100 meters forward. So it's, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it is a matter of timing, it seems. And I like it. So I'm waiting for my dash here to start the flight, and here we go. Zang, whoopa! Look at this! This is awesome! I love it. The only thing that's missing is a teleport back, because then it would be truly Harpy and Siren. But Harpies and Sirens have their full firepower even when they're standing on the ground, unlike this Titan here. But it's good that way, because this forces you into an active playstyle. It forces you to be up in the air, to fight enemies head on, to expose yourself to firepower from the enemy too. If it would have all 5 weapons always active, it would not be as balanced, because then you can walk around on the battlefield and shoot from there with Fulgurtonans and don't really expose yourself to firepower. Every time you want your firepower, you're gonna have to show yourself. And that's when Reaper Creepers are gonna have some fun with you, or even this guy down there with his Hazard, Blight, and Decay. Which is the heavy version? Decay, Hazard, Blight. Hazard, I think, is the heavy one, right? This was the moment when I got instantly deleted by the Fulgurtonans, clearly showing that these weapons just completely broken. Why do they have 800 meters range? If they can do this, then they should have like 400 meters range. If they have this much damage output. Not 800. Can we make it up on... okay, the roof here. I wanted to get on the high building there. What is that building even, by the way? Anybody know? It's the city of Shenzhen. Maybe this is like a very famous building that they replicated here. I wouldn't know. Anyways, I got myself stuck again at some corner, but I managed to get down. And let's hit that luchador. Okay, here we go. Fire, fire, boom, boom. Oh, that was a luchador well struck. Yes, I timed. I'm locked. I timed it so that when he came out of his reflector, the big rockets came in. Okay, waiting for my flight. And here we go, and oops, I got stuck under the roof. That's why I'm now flying in a lower altitude. Can I hit this guy? I'm getting hit indicators, but I didn't actually do damage to him. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, what do you think, ladies and gents, about the new Titan? I mean, some of your comments I've already seen where people said it's ridiculous, it's stupid, they shouldn't give a Titan 5 weapons. I'll be giving you my thoughts in a second, but would you also tell me what you think about it here? Because I haven't, of course, heard all of you guys, and I really sure like to hear your thoughts on it. Here's mine. Pixonic is in a situation where they need to try and come up with new things, right? They need to come up with something interesting for you, that you're interested in a new robot or Titan. And if this means adding another weapon slot or 2 weapon slots to it, and if this allows Pixonic to bring in something new without giving it broken, powerful abilities, like the Ohokochi ability, for example, in my opinion, it's way too powerful and broken, or the Newton choke is completely broken and destroying the battlefield and the fun in the game, even for me. If adding a second weapon, or like a 5th weapon, or a 6th weapon, if this is what makes it special, and therefore the ability, the robot itself doesn't have to be completely broken, then I think maybe it's a good thing. You know, I don't know how to see it. This is the 4th time I got hit by the battleship blinding. There must be someone on the battlefield who decided that this player here, with a random player test server name, has to take every battleship hit. I don't know, either it's multiple players who all chose me for their blinding effect of the mute battleship, or if it's the same player who always targeted me for some reason. I got it 4 times. Crazy. But anyways, back to topic. Yeah. Oh, I got a kill, but I didn't get the kill message. What the heck? Yeah, so if this is the new special thing about a Titan or a robot, and the Titan itself is not broken, like the roof, for example, when it came, then I think it's a good thing. But if they give robots, for example, 5 or 6 weapons, and then give them broken abilities on top, and too much speed, and too much HP, and too much of everything, you know, then obviously it's hell for us on the battlefield, because we're gonna feel that terrible balancing. It's all a matter of dialing it in, and I guess I'll just repeat myself when I say Dagon is a bit better balanced than Ohokochi in my eyes, and Eiffel definitely is better balanced than Rook. And also then Newton with the choke. The choke is really the problem about the Newton. If the Newton had no choke ability at all, it would still be more powerful in my opinion than the Eiffel. because it has all that firepower available on the ground, and the Titan added the increased Titan damage, and still have a lot of firepower. It's just missing one alpha weapon basically compared to this one here, but you get this always on damage boost against Titans, right? And you have the sniper cannon on top that deals a lot of damage. So all that already would probably make the Newton stronger than the Eiffel Titan. Even if you had no choke ability at all, and the choke right now, the way it is, really breaks the game completely. It's really stupid. I don't know why they allow it to happen, because every moment, every second this is allowed to happen breaks the game and ruins the game for everybody. Even for Newton type players. Like, you lift somebody, they lift you, you get killed. I'm not happy with that. Hopefully that will change soon. Here's an Orokochi on the ground, and those robots, you know, they're very tanky, but with the firepower of 3 alpha Bulavas and 2 beta Kistens, yeah, that hurts. That hurts even in Orokochi, especially when he's not in his ability. And it is now a longer time between the abilities. This guy, is he lagging, is he dashing, or is he cheating? I can't tell. It looked like it was a leech. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's move on. It's not the first cheater we've seen. I didn't compare the ID. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. Somebody's apparently testing his cheats on the test server. Going into alpha, from beta into alpha state with his cheat, so that he can then bring it on the live server. And it's interesting to see how much they can do, right? Full disclosure, there is a time in my life when I tried some cheats as well. I have tried a few cheats back in the days, super long ago in Counter-Strike, for example. And I quickly found out how freaking boring that is. The reason I tried it was, there was this time when I ran into cheaters like in every match, and that for a certain period, and I was like, alright, screw this, I'm gonna try that too, I'm gonna kill those cheaters. That was my plan. But then I tried it out, and I found out how boring this even is. If I didn't meet a cheater, they had no chance. Zero. Like, it was really not fun, because there's no challenge. It's a competitive game, but you're taking all of the competitive aspect away from it by making it a guaranteed win every time you meet an enemy. So what's fun about it? I couldn't enjoy it, and I did this for maybe an hour or two just to figure out how this stuff works. And then first I disabled all automatic features and only left a tiny dot where the enemy is, because at least this way I have to aim myself and stuff. But even that was still boring, and I ended up disabling everything and going back to the normal game, even though I was still meeting cheaters. So yeah, it was no fun at all. And by the way, shortly after I got Valve banned with my Steam account back then, so I didn't even do it right. I didn't even do that right, and Valve instantly banned me. I think the day later I logged in, banned my Steam account. It was my first Steam account back then. It was like super long ago, but yeah, it's good that it hit me, or that it happened to me, because you shouldn't cheat, obviously, and there should be repercussions for it. And there are some companies who are even pressing for hardware bans, basically hardware logging you when you play, and if you cheat, you don't just get your software, your account banned from the game, but even if you buy a new game, you would still remain banned or rebanned again, because your hardware has been locked as a cheater, and if you just try another account or game again, you will receive the same ban once more. So yeah, there is that too. And it's very interesting, and something that people should take more serious, this banning business in games. Pixonic, unfortunately, is not really doing too much about that. I think they should be investing way more effort into the banning of cheaters. There should be a zero tolerance for that. Find out, there's a ban, they log that, boom, insta permaban forever. Buff. Doesn't matter how much they spend, how much they buy in the game, permaban. And that's what it needs to be, because you need to tell people that you take this seriously, and they don't have to play with cheaters as long as Pixonic is around to try and prevent that, you know? So Yeah. Anyways, that was Bulava Kisten here on the Eiffel Titan. I hope you had a fun time watching this. And I'll catch you in the next videos. Ladies and gentlemen, Manni signing off. Bye-bye.